Eat this, drink that, go.
Remember the wait times at the HCA East Florida Hospital emergency rooms average in the single digits, less than 10 minutes. Just go to hcaeastflorida.com. There they list all their emergency rooms and all their wait times, and they update those times every 30 minutes. You'll be ready in case of an emergency because they don't wait for appointments. Again, that's hcaeastflorida.com. Welcome back to Bo's Pub, a beautiful place, just absolutely gorgeous here on Las Olas Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale. I'm so pleased to be joined by two of my best friends. Matt Moore, number 89 in your heart and your program, and number 58, Bo, of course, you know him already. And this is John O'Neill, who's the general manager here at Bo's Pub. Good to see you all. Thanks for being here.
Good to be here, Jim.
Give us the concept of the food that's here. John, why don't we start with you?
We going down the road of gastropub food. We're throwing in the original style of pub food in like shepherd's pies.
Right.
Fish and chips.
Is that why they brought an Irishman in? Is that the reason for it?
Of course. That's
No. We're teaming with Irishmen around here. Don't worry about it.
So, and then adding in our steaks, burgers, chicken wings. They're good like beer partners with like food.
Right.
So,
And you're here for lunch. You're here for lunch and dinner.
lunch
right?
and dinner.
Got
Yes,
it.
correct.
All right. And Bo, how many restaurants do you have now? Good.
This is 7, and we're going to stand pat on 7 here, you know, and operate a little bit. We've been in business for 11 years, and we've opened up 7 different restaurants, and we opened 2 within the last 18 months with Bo's Pub and Bo's Beach. So we're happy where we're at. Got different concepts, and now we're just operating. You know, we're making sure that our food's where it needs to be, our service is where it needs to be, and the hospitality is where we want it. And so it's really an enjoyable time for us, and it's an exciting time for us to grow from within.
I am extremely surprised
Right.
that Kim, who used to eat all the food and drink all the beverage, is not a proud owner.
Yeah, I like that too.
Besides, I like the pink ones better than the green ones, Jim. Just to let you know.
I didn't want to go down that road with you. Tell us about this football team, would you? I mean, you know, I keep reading Las Vegas doesn't think we're going to be very good, and not that matters. They're usually wrong anyway. How's this team going to break down?
Well, I think it's really simple. You know, if you reflect back to when you came in the league, everything was about how hard you worked out on the practice field. And Coach Flores is really all about practice. That's how you improve. You don't improve in the game. You perform in the game. You improve in practice. So, you know, when I look at the practice, it's much more spirited. They're hustling to and from each and every drill. They're not wasting time. And what you find out, and this was what happened with us, because a lot of times they said we didn't have a whole lot of talent, even though we didn't agree. But we outworked our opponent.
Right.
And in the fourth quarter, we found ways to win football games. And I think that's the mantra of this coaching staff.
Right, and we did it, Bo, in the heat. What I like about Coach Flores, they're not going in that bubble all the time.
No.
This was the number one topic of all the former players every year. Why in the bubble? They're going to play in September. It's going to be hot. The other team's not going to be used to playing in this stuff. Our team needs to be used to it.
Yeah, Coach Flores, he embraces that.
Yeah.
And look, Jimmy, you know, you kind of talk about the era that we played in. There's a couple things that he's steadfast on. He's steadfast on discipline.
Right.
He's steadfast on doing what you're supposed to do, taking care of the small details. You know, if you've got outside technique, play outside technique. If you've got head up, play head up. Don't freelance. Just do your job. And he's also about, Jimmy, one of the things that I think is can make a mediocre team into a good team without including talent in it. You know, he's dead set on making this team one of the least penalized teams in the National Football League. And we all know what that experience is and how much that helps a football team win. So, you know, he's about details, he's about small things, he's about discipline, but he's also about lifting the level of his players by giving them out. They got 3 free agents out there now. They're playing a lot. You know, Preston Williams, a good receiver. They got Shaq Calhoun, an offensive guard playing, and the kid they got from Canada, Sam Equivon, all undrafted free agents. It looks like they're going to make an impact on this football team. And that's kind of how you fill out a roster and surprise those naysayers all around this country.
You got to get lucky on some guys too. And this Preston Williams, he's going to be pretty special, isn't he?
Well, when you have the star cornerback come to you and say, hey, take a look at 82.
Right.
He's special.
Yeah.
You know, and remember, we have a ton of wide receivers.
Right.
And the number one cornerback said, look at the rookie.
Right.
And guess what? First game, what did he show us?
Yeah, he showed a lot. You know, I said this to Joe Rose in the booth the other night, and he goes, "I'll laugh." I said, you know, Joe, I think that's what he said. Who knows what he said? No matter what happens with Josh Rosen this year, I don't care if he's the league MVP. If they wind up with the number one pick next year, they got to take the best quarterback they find. I don't care what happens. We've passed on quarterbacks at that level before, and quarterbacks never go to waste.
Well, I think anytime you can have two quarterbacks that are equal talent, especially if they both can play, they only make each other better.
Right.
And, you know, you look around the league. You know, Drew Brees was there when Phillip Rivers came in. Okay. Brett Favre was there when Rodgers came in. You have to take the best available player at that point in time. And if you need a quarterback or you think you're unsure about your quarterback, hey, we're coming back from the Super Bowl. We took Dan Marino.
Right. That's right.
I mean, you got to do it.
Well, and Bo, you know, when you look at it across the board, we've learned through all these years of lack of success that it all starts with that guy.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that guy, you might as well forget the rest of it.
Well, it is. It's the most important position in the league. And you look across the board, and you know, if you don't have one of the top 10 quarterbacks, you really have no shot in this league. You know, you may pop up every now and then and get a wild card berth and get in and out. But if you want it to be a consistent playoff football team and a team that challenges for a Super Bowl year in and year out, you've got to have one of those top 10 quarterbacks.
Right.
So, and you know what, it used to be, well, let's look for one here and there, but now it's you got to go out, you got to chase one, you got to mine them, you got to get them onto your team, because if you don't have them, you're swimming upstream.
Have they explained this game to you yet, John?
Yes.
You do? Okay, all right. We don't kick it much.
John's more into hurling and, you know, those Irish games.
Look, he's more into drinking. Why don't you try this thing? Would you, Nat, try this thing? We got enough straws up here.
Now, John, this was, what was this one?
This one here is the strawberry lemonade.
Strawberry lemonade.
Yes.
Strawberry lemonade. And what's that one?
That's the endless summer rum punch.
End of summer.
Endless.
Summer's not
Endless.
Jimmy, you're
endless
feeling a little
summer,
tight.
okay?
Yeah.
There's a little more than lemonade in there, so I'm going to switch that over to you. But you look cute drinking that, I can tell you that. Both you and Nat. Get a picture of this, these two guys.
You know what I love about Bo? He's come on these road trips. He's wearing pink.
You know,
Because he's comfortable in his
I am. I'm
masculinity.
you know what I like
Right.
about Bo when we go on these trips?
What?
He samples everything,
Yeah.
and he votes it up or down.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
You know, matter of fact, there's been several nights.
I didn't know you guys liked me that
Several
much
nights
on
we had
those
to carry him out of there.
You look a lot better at the end of the night too, Bo. I'm just saying. Nothing wrong with it. You know
Very
what I mean?
tasty.
Is it? All right, let me
Very
try
tasty.
one of these. Anyway, the wonderful looking drinks. And what is this concoction we got in front of us?
This is our poutine. It's really a great dish if you've never had it. It really basically consists of French fries, cheese curds on there, got some bacon on there, scallions. But this gravy that goes over it has got such a distinct flavor to it that it's out of this world. I guess it's kind of a little bit of a quasi nacho French fry thing, but it's a poutine that's, you know, I think people in the South know what poutine is.
Yeah, Canadians too.
Canadians
like it. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's very, very good.
I imagine your burger's great here too. I love that about it. Football, here we go coming up now. You've got a pretty favorable schedule this year, don't you? We don't travel very much now when you look at it.
Yeah, but it's a little tough at home though. We open up with Baltimore,
Yeah,
and then we
that's
got
right.
New England, then we go to Dallas,
well.
and come the Chargers. So
well.
you know, we got a good schedule.
When you put it that way, Nat, I guess I'm trying to be the optimist in the crowd.
Hey, you know what? You got to play who you got to play. It doesn't matter anyway. You line up against those guys. And, you know, the first week, you know, look, the Dallas Cowboys may look like world beaters. And week 2, Dak Prescott sprains his ankle, and all of a sudden, you know, they're not such a good team anymore.
Well,
Right? So
and
you never know what's going to happen. You know?
And Zeke might not be. You never know what's going to happen with him.
That's right.
And you know, the other thing that is, doesn't seem that every year we beat the Patriots once.
Yes,
it
we
seems like we
probably have had more success against the Patriots than any team in football.
think so.
And it's a credit to when we play them here, we outwork them. We get them in our weather. When we go up north, we're fish out of water. I mean, it's the same thing. You know, the cold weather, we don't play well. So Coach Flo is taking advantage of the heat and humidity. So we'll be prepared. And I wouldn't be surprised if we shock them.
Yeah, I would be surprised.
But wasn't it the same when we played?
Oh, yeah.
You'd go up there, you play in that old Foxborough Stadium. There was a dump, and then they'd throttle you up there, and then you come back here for a Monday night game late in the season, and and then you beat the crap out of them. So it's been it really has been kind of a home and home.
Yeah,
yes. Really over the last couple decades, the last few decades.
And it's different with the Jets and the Bills. With the Patriots, it has been. It's tough to win up there, and it's hard for them to come down here. And plus, it gets into your mind after a while too, doesn't it? You start to get into your brain. I got to go down there and play. It's going to be 92 degrees. Humidity is going to be 100%.
Jimmy, when I play football, I don't think. I just perform.
Right?
Yeah, no. If I start thinking, I'm in trouble. You know what I mean?
Well, that showed.
I thought about this. Sweat, it's hot out here.
In case you're curious, we're at Bo's Pub, right on Las Olas Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale. Kimbo Camper, former Dolphin great, and broadcaster with us and the team, and Nat Moore is an executive with the club, and in the Ring of Honor, of course, number 89 for the Dolphins. This is a wonderful place, by the way. If you've not had a chance yet, want to come and get a burger, a steak, a bunch of beer. How many beers do you have on tap here, John? A lot of beers?
12 beers on draft.
12 beers on draft. Yes. Nice. Yeah. So lots of choices and lots of things to do here at Bo's Pub. And I've not been to Bo's Beach yet either. I got to get down there.
Well, Jimmy, there's nothing keeping you there but the road. It's right out there. It's only 5 minutes down the street.
Well,
so
the problem I have is it's work. That's the problem.
Jimmy, whenever you come to one of my locations and you're going to get the friends and family discount. I'm going to give you a good 1% off everything you order.
Boy, that's Bo. I got to tell you. All right, so do we have any predictions this year? I mean, don't give me a record. Yeah. Give me a prediction about a player or something that we're going to learn from this season.
I think what we're going to find out. I think Josh Rosen is going to get an opportunity. I think we're going to give them as much opportunity, and I think we're going to see him play pretty well. I don't know if he's going to be the guy you say is going to be the franchise guy going forward. But, I really like the receiving room. I love the running backs with Kenyon Drake and
Balaj.
Kalen Balaj. I like those two guys up there. I like to see our tight ends play a little better. I'm really excited to see that front seven on defense because I think what we're going to see is a scheme where they'll be in a 3-4, a 4-3. You'll see maybe one guy or two guys with his hand in the dirt and other guys kind of milling around and kind of that little breakout kind of defense they have. So I like the defense. Linebacker's going to be, the one of the keys as well as the defensive ends. But pretty happy on the defensive side and offensively. I'm looking for a team to put some points on the board with those receivers.
They got to find an offensive line to be able to do that.
Well, that's really what I'm looking at. I'm looking at who's going to control the line of scrimmage, offensive and defensive line. You win when you control the line of scrimmage. It's great to have receivers like you and I and great linebackers like Cam that can get to the quarterback. But if you don't control the line of scrimmage, most times you're not going to win. And what I'm looking forward to is not to have great offensive linemen, but I'm looking for them to have a group of offensive linemen that play well together, that they're in sync, and they execute together. Same thing on the defense. We don't have star pass rushers. So guess what? They got to get it done by committee and control the line of scrimmage. Right. And I think that's what they're working toward. For years, we'd have a star left tackle and a star right tackle, and the guy behind him couldn't play at all.
Right.
So if one guy went down,
you're in trouble.
Well, that's what looked like they're building now is a team of offensive and defensive linemen where you don't have such a drop-off if somebody gets injured.
Yeah, it's interchangeable. All right, give me the one player who may be the surprise breakout guy.
Well, Preston Williams right now is the guy that's out there. And I wouldn't say it had he just done it in a preseason game, one preseason game, but he's done it each and every day at practice. And so when you've got that, you start building up that. And, we talk about Rosen a little bit. Those guys have known each other since high school. They got a little relationship. And it's kind of like when, I'm not putting him on this level, but it's kind of like when Marino came in, he had the Marks brothers and that, and their relationship developed quickly.
Right.
And they became go-to guys for him. And I think when you see Rosen and this guy Williams, they're kind of building that a little bit. So hopefully that continues to grow and Williams continues to be the player we've seen and Rosen moves up. But I think that's kind of who I'm going to look out through the season.
Nat, you agree?
Of course, from an offensive standpoint, but being an offensive player, I'm always looking at the defense.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about Fitzpatrick. I think they're going to finally find a home for him, and whether it's at corner, whether it's at safety. I mean, Bobby McCain seems to be pretty cemented in the free safety position.
Yeah, surprised me a little bit.
Yeah, but he can go sideline to sideline.
Right.
If there was one knock on this football team, it was that you can throw the deep ball because your middle safety couldn't get to the sideline.
Well, it's gonna be fun to see this team develop. I think I like the fact that they got some young players that came in that they didn't have to draft. Wilkins is gonna be fun to watch. The defensive tackle, he looked good the other night. It's going to be interesting, and I think more than anything, they've got a good football coach running the operation, and that's right now the most important thing. Hey guys, thanks so much. John, what a pleasure to see you.
Thank you.
We'll get another pink drink for Bo. Called Bo's.
Don't talk so much next time.
Yeah, I just chatter all the time in my ear. It's just too much. We'll be back with more right after this from Bo's Pub on Las Olas, right after this on Eat the String That Go.